What's going on, everybody? My name is Gervon Simon. I'm here to give you a monthly update on the market stats. This update is to provide you information so that you understand what is going on from a professional. I do this every single day. Real estate is what I do every single day for a living. And this is my job to actually take a look at what's going on, to know what's going on in the market, and to really be able to give you a status update on what the current state of the market is, so that whether you're looking to buy or you're looking to sell, you have an idea of what to expect. And so you're not going into this blind. Or if you're just a homeowner and you want to have an idea of how the market's doing overall and the overall health of the market, this is going to be something that I hope is beneficial for you going forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the monthly stats every single month, once a month. And so today I'm going to look at where we're at today. I'm going to give you the three key stats that you can use to gauge how the market is doing. The three key stats are going to be the median price point. That's the median price point for each county that I'm going to discuss today. The other one that I'm going to give you is going to be the current or average days on market. This is going to tell you how long it takes for a home to sell once it hits the market. And then I'm also going to talk to you guys about the month of supply. The month of supply is how we gauge whether a market is a seller's or a buyer's market. We'll talk a little bit about what that means about your chance to sell your home if you do go in the market. And it's going to really be able to give you an idea of where the market truly is. And I'm going to compare each and every single stat to where we were in January to where we were the previous January. Or if we're doing, for February, we're going to look at, this February versus last February, and so on and so forth, so that you can kind of have an idea, because everybody knows that a year ago the market was absolutely insane during this time of year, but that's not the case today, obviously, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad one as well. So I'm going to start off with King County. King County is the county where Seattle resides in. So the median price point for King County in January of 2023 was $812,500. This is up, yes, up from last January, where the median price point was $750,000. So what does that mean? That means that prices have gone up over the past year. There's a lot of people who are giving out stats saying that, that homes haven't increased or that they've lost value. Well, guess what? They're wrong, because the median price point for homes on the market in King County were $812,000. That is up by $62,500 from the previous year. Why is this important? Well, it's important to know that overall homes have appreciated. People who have bought their home last January, their homes have gone up year over year. And if they were to sell, most likely, not in every case, they'd be able to do so profitably. So days on market for January in 2023 in King County were 19 days. That's actually a slight increase from this time last year, which was 17 days on market on average. So that means that on average, homes are taking 19 days to go under contract and accept an offer from whenever realtors list their homes, sellers' homes on the market. Why is this important? Because, 19 days on market, it may seem long for some people because a lot of homes were selling in a short period of time, but it's actually a sign of a really good seller's market. It means that if you're a seller and that you are looking to sell your home, this isn't necessarily a bad time, especially in King County. And the last thing that I'll look at is months of supply. So the months of supply for King County were 1.5 months, up from last year being 0.8 months of supply. So what that means is that months of supply means that if you were to put a halt and say, hey, look, nobody else is allowed to sell their home. The only homes that are available for sale are homes that are on the market now. How long would it take for the demand to eat up that supply? They predict it to be 1.5 months. And so usually a balanced market is 6 months. Yes, 6 months. So a lot of people that are talking about, talking in a fearful manner when it comes to the real estate market, again, this is a seller's market. This market is a seller's market, and there's only 1.5 months of supply. The average days on market is 19 days, up only 2 days from this month last year. And then also we have in terms of median price points in King County, we have increased by $62,500. So now let's head down to Pierce County. Pierce County, the biggest city is Tacoma, and a lot of people associate Pierce County and Tacoma together whenever they're talking about the overall Pierce County market. So the median price point, in Tacoma for January of 2023 was $530,000. That is up from $491,000 last January. So what does that mean? Again, people who have owned homes have seen an increase in appreciation over the last 12 months. And so, again, a lot of people are talking about negative things in the housing market when it's just simply not true. The next thing is days on market. The average days on market in January of 2023 was 23 days, and that is up from 16 days on market last year. So you see a little bit of a bigger gap between last year in Pierce County versus this year in Pierce County. And compared to King County. King County had only increased by 2 days. But I mean, I think everybody understands that there's going to be a higher demand for property in Seattle than there will in the Seattle and King County than there are in the Tacoma and Pierce County market. So kind of keep that in mind. But overall, still 23 days, it's really not bad. And again, it's still an indication that it's a seller's market. Going into months of supply, it's months of supply for January of 2023 were 1.6 months of supply versus 0.9 months of supply. So again, an increase by almost three quarters of supply. But we're still shy of 2 months of months of supply. And again, that just shows how strong it is that if you were to put your home on the market, and again, that just goes to show how likely it is that if you were to put your home on the market as a seller, that you'd be able to actually sell your home with a pretty high success rate. And so the last county that we're going to dive into is Thurston County. So Thurston County, again, main city, or the biggest city is Olympia. Most people associate Thurston County with Olympia. In Thurston County, the median price point was $490,000 for the month of January, whereas last year it was $450,000. So if you're paying attention to trends, you'll notice that as you go further south, the stats do get a little weaker. Why? Because the further away you get from Seattle, the less strong the market is. Not saying that it's not a strong market at all, but in Olympia or Thurston County in general, it's going to be a little bit weaker than it would be in Seattle. Things aren't going to be as crazy, as hectic, and there's not going to be nearly as much demand, but there's still a lot of demand. And let these stats show you that it is still a seller's market in Thurston County. So with that being said, the average days on market for January in 2023 was 23 days, whereas last year in January 2022 was 16 days. So again, increase in days on market. The market has definitely slowed. There's definitely a little bit less demand. Interest rates have affected that, but it's still a seller's market. 23 days, it's really not bad. It's not a bad time at all. And honestly, when it comes down to it, it really just depends on your home, your situation, and the agent that you work with. And last but not least, the monthly supply for Thurston County was 1.6 months, and last year it was 0.9. So we do see a year-over-year increase, but again, six months of supply, balanced market. 4 months of supply or less, seller's market. The less and less months of supply that we have, the more of a seller's market it is. And I think it's pretty safe to say that we're in a seller's market even in Thurston County. So what does this all mean? This means that the market is still strong. No matter what anybody tells you, we still do not have enough supply in the area from Thurston County to King County to Pierce County to King County. We do not have enough supply to meet the amount of demand that we have. If you are looking to sell your home, you have a very high chance to actually sell your home, as long as you work with somebody that's a professional. If you want me to be completely honest, the difference between people whose homes sell fast versus those who don't are the ones who list their homes with real professionals that understand and know how to price your homes. They can properly identify a value for your home. They go above and beyond with marketing. They don't take iPhone photos. They hire professional photographers, and they actively market your home, and they actively prospect for buyers for your home. Every agent isn't the same. And honestly, no matter how great of an agent is, sometimes it's just hard to sell a home. If a home doesn't fit in a box for a lot of buyers, or there's some kind of unique aspect of the home, or it's on a busy road, or a number of different factors that can come into play with that, there's a chance that no matter how great your agent is, it doesn't sell. Um, but but the thing is that you're giving yourself a chance if you do hire a qualified agent who knows what they're doing, knows how to price property, knows how to market property, and can actually market your property effectively towards buyers, and they know what they're doing and have the experience doing so. Now more than ever, that's important, especially in our area. It's still a seller's market. It's just not going to be a seller's market that it was this time last year. This time last year, you threw a house up on the market, you were getting anywhere from 5 to 20 offers, and you had to decide which one's going to be best for you. And then, you kind of go from there. But right now, we're not in this situation. I have seen multiple offers start to come back. I had a few instances over the last few weeks where my listings and my buyers, we had multiple offer situations. So what does that mean? That means that the market's coming back stronger. The demand, the pent up demand after the holiday season with these higher interest rates, well, it's starting to come. These buyers are starting to come back out the woodwork, and they're starting to realize that these rates might be here to stay for longer than we expect. But you know what? People still have to live. People still have to move. They have to buy homes. They want to get out of the rental. They run into bad situations with the rentals, or they need to sell. They need to move. They're PCSing to another state for on military orders. Whatever the case is, homes are still selling. People are still moving. People are still buying. People are still selling. People still need to live, and real estate is essential to living. No matter no matter how you want to shape it, real estate is essential to living. And people need to transact in good times and bad. So if you have any questions about anything I discussed today, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to be a resource for you. I hope you have a great one, and I hope that this video was very informational and educational for anybody who's looking. Thank you.